Okay, I'm going to show you how to clean the action on a Mossberg 500 pump action shotgun. First thing you want to do is make sure it's unloaded, and then you take off the barrel. Okay, now that we got the barrel off, I'm gonna push this pin out with my broken pocket knife. And then you lift the trigger mechanism out. And then you pull these. These are the catches to hold the bullet in to the magazine. And then pull this out. Now make sure you keep track of where everything goes. Alright, now all the pieces are out, and I'm going to use a little bit of cleaning solution here just to kind of clean it a little bit. Probably should wear gloves when you're doing this. Okay, now I'm going to hold the hammer and pull the trigger backwards. Okay, now I'm going to just let that up real quick and tap most of the cleaning solution off. I don't really want to get a whole lot down in there. Alright, now for the inside of the gun, I'm going to do the same thing. Just using an old toothbrush, as you can tell. Seems to work pretty good. And I'm just going to wipe most of it up out of there, and it'll wipe up some more of the powder, burnt powder and dust. Make sure you don't leave any pieces of your rag down in there. Alright. Now I'm going to start lubricating stuff. I'm going to use Rust Reaper. That's what I use. I'd recommend just using gun oil, unless you're trying to break something down, but I just use this. Seems to work fine. Just want to make sure get a little bit on all the sliding surfaces where the bolt and all that slide. Just get a little bit in there. Okay. Now, gonna stick a little bit on, actually I'm gonna stick this in first. So I'm gonna stick a little bit on here. Gonna put this back down, and there it goes. These pins go through these two big holes right here. And just slide it down a little bit like that. And I'm going to stick a little bit on the bolt. I stick a little on the firing pin just to make sure it slides. Slides nice. Now I just put this in ways and put it in until this bolt until the end of it is almost flush with the slide here, and then I push it down just so it's in the right spot, and I pull this back. And I stick a little on this. And this thing, it's easy to remember or forget which way you do it if you haven't done it for a while. It's not going to hurt anything if you stick it in the wrong way, because you won't be able to have it work with the wrong way. You'll know it's not in there the right way. Okay, now you slide this in, pull this up a little, and then work these until they get into their spot where they slide in right there. And as you see it, the little I'm drawing a blank on what you call those. Anyway, you can see this part of the pump goes into this part of this thing right here. I always pull it forward just until this piece gets into its slide. Like that. Then I stick these in. That's what this little hole here is for. That's where this one goes. Here it goes. Alright, now that one goes in there, and this one goes in the other side. Like that. You want to be careful not to let those flop down. Now you want to make sure all the pins in this are about even, because if they're, you know, like this pin right here, this pin, all these pins, you want to make sure they're about even. Slide that down in there. You put your pin in. Now hold it all together. Now the action works. Wipe off any oil. And I always open it up afterwards and reach down in there, wipe some of that oil just out of there where I can reach with the paper towel. That way there's not too much in there. It's pretty smooth. I'm gonna clean this a little bit of rust on it, unfortunately. Slide the barrel back on, you gotta have the action part of the way open to slide it on. Slides pretty good now. That. So now you wanna have it on safety and make sure the hammer doesn't drop before you do anything else. And that works. So now you can load it up. And you'll be ready to go.